My monkey's so cute. A prince. A prince. Look at that face. It's Layla here. Today I'm going to be doing my long-awaited university experience, tips, everything basically that there is to do with being a first year uni student. So as ever, I'm going to cover as much as I think is relevant and what I think that you'd want to know, but if there is anything that I've missed out, then do let me know in the comments. Ask me any questions you want. I'm sorry if you can hear banging outside. Shh. There's absolutely no way I can close my window today because it is boiling. As like a general overview to my university experience, I went to university in London, so I think it's a little bit more of a different experience. Well, the course I did was events management, so again, if you are interested in doing a similar course, like for example hospitality or anything in the hospitality industry, then also I'll be going over like that sort of side of things as well in the course and how I found it. For this video right now, I'm just going to be talking about, well, I'm first going to, basically it's going to be about living on campus, what to expect, my experience of it, all the different types of things that you might want to know about living on campus. All the times of different subjects will be in the down bar. So if that's something that you think you find interesting, then carry on watching, and yeah, hope you enjoy it. The first thing that I'm going to talk about or get into is my sort of essential guide to what you need to bring to uni, basically. So I'm going to split this into essentials and non-essentials. It's going to be my opinion, but I mean, it's different everywhere you go. When you're thinking about what to buy for uni, you really need to think like, I'm moving into somewhere that has literally nothing. So let's start with the kitchen. So essentials / non-essentials. Now everywhere is different, okay? Because when I moved into uni, I thought that there'd be a kettle and a toaster. There were neither. In the end, the girl that bought the kettle decided to take her kettle back, and I was like, I need a kettle. I don't drink a lot of tea or anything, but I use it for boiling hot water and that kind of thing. So I really needed a kettle. So I went out and bought one. This one here is my kettle. This is just a basic one from Tesco, I think. And I thought that I may as well get one because I can use it again. The essential things that you'll definitely need. You'll need plates. You'll need cutlery, you need stuff like this, cooking utensils, so like wooden spoons, that kind of thing. I don't know if this is such an essential, but this really was an essential for me. And these are just plain plastic containers. There's like 5 of them in here. And these were totally essential for me because when you've cooked a meal, it's very difficult, can I just say, to cook for one. You will always make more than you need. So these are great for putting extra food in, putting them in the fridge, heating them up for the next day. You'll need a chopping board. That is something that I think a lot of people forget, and people did forget this and used mine. Cheese grater as well, something that you might not have thought of. You need stuff like sharp knives to cut with. I mean, you don't have to buy loads, maybe just get one good quality one so you know you've got something to cut with. You need stuff like pans, frying pans. I brought a wok because I like stir fries. Quantity wise, I really think that you have to kind of decide for yourself what kind of quantities that you want to take. I always think it's better to take too much than take too little. Non-essentials for the kitchen. Baking stuff. Now, it depends if you like to bake. I did make cakes once for a charity event, and I think that's why I bought baking stuff, but I never used it again. I mean, you might love baking and do it all the time, but if you don't, you probably don't need baking stuff. Salt and pepper containers, you know, like cute little ones. I did intend to get them, but I didn't in the end, and I didn't really need them, to be honest. Like, you're not in a 5-star hotel, you're in your uni halls. I've just thought of another essential that I forgot to tell you about, and that's a can opener. One of these things. This is a can opener and a bottle opener. Do not forget you need a bottle opener. Like, you will need a bottle opener. Oh, and also straws and plastic cups, because in the first Freshers Week everyone will be asking for straws and plastic cups. This is something that I brought that actually I kept in my bedroom, but I suppose it's sort of like a kitchen thing, and this is something I would class as a non-essential. It's a water dispenser. I did use this, not as much as I thought I would, but I did use it. Kept it in my room, filled up with water, and then when I got thirsty I would just shh. I'm not like a massive cooking fanatic, so I wouldn't know what was non-essential for the kitchen. I suppose anything specialist that you would need. Someone bought a George Foreman, I think. Is it called a George Foreman? I don't think it's called a George Foreman. I think that's a girl. It was one of those thingies. Do you know what I mean? You grill steak in it. I don't know what it is. Someone bought a Tassimo machine, and I think someone bought a waffle maker as well. So moving on to the bedroom, definitely need duvet. You'll need pillowcases. You'll need pillows. You'll need duvet cases, blankets if you get cold. You may need a bin. You need a lamp. Another thing you'll need, hangers for the wardrobe. Don't forget hangers. Non-essentials for the bedroom. Photos. Photos are a really nice touch. I had lots of photos. I had framed ones, and I had ones that I just stuck up on my pinboard as well. I also brought a rug. I also brought fairy lights because, again, I wanted to make it pretty and homely and cute. One thing that you might want to consider that I was actually kind of really surprised that they didn't have at my uni is a bedside table. We had to go out and buy myself a little small bedside table because I needed one, basically. Like, if you have your own bathroom, which I did, and I think a lot of places do have their own bathroom, you'll need to think about bringing stuff like, well, obviously you need toothbrush or toothpaste anyway. You need to think about bringing something like a bath caddy. That was really useful for me because there was literally no storage in the bathroom, so I had a place to keep some of my stuff. Shampoo, conditioner, towels as well. Make sure you bring towels for getting in and out of the shower. Oh, and another thing is cleaning products. You will be expected to clean your own bedroom, your own bathroom and your own kitchen. For my bedroom, they didn't have a hoover there, so I ended up buying a hand hoover partway through the year because I needed a hoover to hoover my room. It was getting dirty. Lots of people say another essential is a printer. I didn't find this because accommodation was on campus, so I didn't really find it necessary because the library was like a 2-minute walk and it was open all night, and so you could just go in there whenever you needed to. Plus, in first year I didn't really have to print a lot out. I think that's all that I can think of at the moment. Obviously there's stuff like washing as well. If there's washing machines, you'll probably need to bring your own washing soap. So guys, you may be wondering why have I changed? Why am I wearing a hat inside? And the answer to that question is very simple, and it's because I had a quick magic change of hair and makeup and clothes, and also I've really realised that wearing a hat really disguises a bad hair day. So I have changed. It's a different day, a different hour, a different minute, a different season. Not quite a different season, but anyway. And the reason is because I didn't finish the last section. Like, I finished the section, but I decided I wanted to add more to it. The next section I wanted to kind of discuss with y'all. The next thing I wanted to discuss is my kind of experience of living in uni and going to uni in London. Because I remember when I was looking at unis and everyone would say, oh, you know, the London experience is different, it's not the same, and I was like, blah 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 blah, I want to go to a London uni. And I guess I'd always have my heart set on going to a London uni because I love London so much. And yeah, that was just basically it, and I didn't really care. I just thought it's probably just a rumour. I imagined that it would be the same. Why would it be different? and I am here to tell you firsthand that the rumours are, drumroll, they're true. Yeah, they are, they're true. I think they're true. I mean, I wouldn't be able to say 100% because obviously I haven't been to another uni other than London. People and price, probably the main two things. And probably nights out as well. Like, I would say that my uni in particular was rather rubbish at social events. Like, they had a social event week, but it was really bad basically, and you know, I wasn't that bothered because I just thought, well, I'm in the capital, like if I want to go clubbing, the best clubs are here anyway. So that was kind of my view on it. Like, if you're going to somewhere up north or somewhere that's probably like a little less central, then there might not be as many clubs around, or they might be shit, and therefore it's probably more important that the student union puts on a good Freshers Week for you, because, and like events throughout the year. What I found in my uni was that most people that went there already lived in the area. Even people that stayed in halls. I had one girl who was in my halls and she literally lived like a 10-minute drive away. Other thing is the expense. I mean, if you don't already know, London's pretty expensive, and even the student nights were pretty expensive. So yeah, I think that's another reason why I didn't go out like loads, because it was a lot of money. So I kind of just wanted to spend my money on other things like makeup and food. Another thing that you may have to get used to going to a London university is the underground, and I love the underground, and mostly, like, I don't love it when it's cramped, but I love it to get around. I hate being, I mean, I don't have a car, so I hate being in places that I can't get around easily or I have to rely on someone to drive me. And so London's like pretty much perfect to get around in. Like, you can literally get anywhere if you know how to use the tubes, and I think they're fairly easy to work out. I have an app on my phone called City Mapper, and if you are thinking of going to London Uni, or you are going to go to a London Uni, then I would definitely recommend downloading that app, because you type in where you are and where you want to go to, and it will tell you buses, it will tell you tubes, like basically everything. Is the best like app I've found for that kind of thing. So yeah, I'd say that's mostly the main points about a London experience of uni. My next topic is a kind of funny one, but also kind of serious. Like, I think you need to know this. This is the annoying types of people that you find in your halls. I come to uni, I get to uni, everyone's really nice. I had 2 boys and 2 girls in my halls. Yeah, that's right. And at first everything was really cool. We went out together one night, and this was for the first few weeks, like, but then it started slowing down a bit. And I mean, like I said earlier, one girl lived pretty close to home, so she was going home a lot, so, and she also had a job, so I didn't see her that much, but she was the one person that I thought I was really going to get on with, so it's kind of a shame because things kind of started slowing down a bit. There was another guy who had a girlfriend. There was two guys had girlfriends, so they were seeing them quite a lot. And one guy lived in Devon, and he was like part of a music band, so he'd be going home a lot as well. I thought it was kind of just a phase, but it kept going. I wasn't really seeing them, and I felt really isolated at times, I'm going to admit. And I think it's a shame, and I did make friends with people in my course, and I joined a society as well, and I've spoken to people in the year above, and they said that it's basically just a pick and mix there, like, because some people, they'll stay there for like the whole 3 years on campus, and they basically just said some years it will be like that, and some years it won't be like that. Like, some years you'll get a really good bunch, and some years you'll just get people that you just can't talk to. I was just like, okay, well, I've obviously got the bad bunch. You might think that because I didn't see them much, there wasn't any annoyance, but there's two main annoying things that happened to me when I was in halls. I mean, you could say one of them was not seeing them much and kind of feeling like shit, because you're like, I'm going to uni, everyone else is making friends, and I'm just like, you're like on my own. So yeah, that was a bit annoying, but I had made friends elsewhere, so it wasn't too fussed. One other thing was the mess, and I think that I actually didn't get it that bad, because I know that some people have it so much worse. And I wouldn't say that I'm an uber tidy person, because if you ask my mum, like, she would say I'm really not. I thought, you know, whatever, I probably will be a source of that mess. But oh no, it was like awful. I mean, there were plates left there for weeks. The floor was a mess. There were bowls, there was food. Oh, it was, ugh, just thinking about it now. And the smell. I would go in every morning for breakfast, and I would just literally want to bath. It was disgusting. For the first couple of weeks, I was cleaning up after everyone. I would wash up all their stuff. I was cleaning the oven, the microwave. Like, I've never been like this before. I don't do cleaning. Like, my room's messy all the time. But I think that I've had like an influence on my life of things being cleaned, and mum's always been like a big influence in that. So yeah, I think that kind of like adulted me in some kind of way. But I also was kind of confused as to why people would be like so happy to live like that. Like, the second annoyance didn't come till like quite late in the year, and I think this is something that most people would experience, whether you're doing it or hearing doing it, and that is the sex noises. And they were quite literally the loudest sex noises I have ever heard. Our uni halls were like half circle shapes. I was at one end and this guy was at the other, and he had his girlfriend. Him and his girlfriend were at it like 3 times a day, no joke. I would come home and all you would hear is this loud screaming noises, and it was just like, okay, at first it was like quite funny, but when this is happening every day consecutively for weeks on end, it gets kind of tiring. And I remember going home for Easter and then coming back and the noises were still there. It was like they hadn't stopped. So next one is kind of like close to my heart, and this is cooking at uni and to do with your weight, because I was told you put on a lot of weight at uni, and I didn't put on loads, but I didn't lose any, and I did want to lose some. I did a lot of cooking at uni actually. Not to say that I wouldn't get takeaways and ready meals and stuff like that, because I had my fair share of them. Probably one too many. And also I ate out quite a lot as well. So that was kind of my balance. Like, so yeah, I would really recommend cooking at uni. I know it can be difficult because of time, workload, and also if you're not used to cooking a lot as well, it may be kind of like a culture shock as well. But I think it really does put you out of your comfort zone. If you know you've got to provide for yourself, you've got to cook your own meal, and then you've got to clean up it afterwards. It kind of gives you some sort of sense of adulthood shit sort of thing. Okay, so in regards to my weight, like I said, I've always kind of been self-conscious of my weight, and I did go to uni wanting to lose weight, but then that's me, like I always want to lose weight. I'm never happy with what I am, but at the time I really did want to lose weight, and I can confidently say I didn't lose weight. If anything, I probably did put a little bit on. But it was kind of not impossible, but I had like money to go out and buy food whenever I wanted. There was a kebab shop down the road. You know, I could get takeaway whenever I wanted, and to be honest, I wasn't doing an awful amount of exercise. I did sign up to the gym, but I didn't go a lot. I signed up to Results with Lucy. Now, if you don't know what Results with Lucy, if you've heard of Lucy Mecklenburg, she used to be on Tower. She's a sort of like a fitness person, personal trainer, whatever you want to call her. And she had a program for students. Now, this was really helpful because I've always been like into the kind of online following routines sort of thing. Another person I really like is someone called Pilates, and she's on YouTube. You can watch all her videos for free, and Pilates is something that I really enjoy, so I used to do that a lot at home. But I had a really small room, and I just thought some of the movements, a lot of the movements I won't be able to do. So, and also because I was on the top floor as well, I just didn't want to like people to hear like loads of noise. Kind of self-conscious about that. But then I looked at Results of Lucy, and they had a student plan that was designed for students in uni halls, and I thought, wow, this is great. So I signed up to that, and I started doing that every day. I really got into that. I didn't necessarily see any changes to my body, but that was mainly because my eating habits hadn't changed. But I would definitely recommend that if you want to keep on top of your weight. If you want to, you know, not necessarily lose weight, but you want to sort of like maintain a weight, I would definitely recommend Results of Lucy for students if you live in halls. And okay, so the next section is about homesickness and dealing with that, and you know, kind of my experiences of it. So obviously, because my flatmates went around a lot, I did experience isolation and loneliness, and this kind of sort of made things a bit worse on the homesickness side. I think if you have more to do, because there were plenty of nights where I was kind of just bored, not really doing anything on my own in my room, and I think that really kind of made me feel homesick, made me feel shitty, and just, you know, I wasn't enjoying my time. But I think if you do have friends there and you are busy and doing lots of things, I think it makes it a lot easier. But yeah, I did definitely miss my family, I missed my home, I missed my bed, and more than anything, I miss my beautiful cat. I really did. It's totally normal, like don't think that it's wrong to miss home or to be homesick. It's definitely really normal, and I think that a lot more people will be feeling like the same way as you do than you think. So if you are feeling like this, at my uni and probably other unis, they have like on-site counsellors that you can go and talk to. So yeah, you can just get in touch with them if you're really feeling sad. Also yeah, just get involved with loads of stuff. Like I joined a society, and that really sort of got me busy, because when I was busy I was totally fine. It was sort of when I was on my own, bored and didn't have anything to do, I started thinking about home. And if you don't live too far, then sure, like go home, go see your family and stuff. Like I didn't live that far, so I was coming home a couple of times to come and see everyone and see my beautiful cat. Another thing that helped me was that I had lots of photos of my family and friends and my cat all pinned up on my wall in my room, and I think that just really brought a piece of home into my uni room so that I didn't feel so isolated. The next section I'm going to talk about is going to uni in a relationship. I think this is kind of a rare thing, but I think there's going to be plenty of people that do it. I'd been in a relationship for about a year when I went to uni, and I wasn't worried, because I'm a really loyal person, so I knew that I wasn't going to do anything like behind his back or anything like that. Like that's not me. But just remember, it doesn't have to be the end of a relationship just because you're going to uni. He might be going, or she might be going to uni as well, might be going to 2 different places. It doesn't have to be the end of a relationship. At the end of the day, if you love someone and you want to be with someone, then it will work out, and if you don't, then it won't. But don't think just because you're going to uni that you have to end it with that person and that has to be it. Uni doesn't have to be a place where you fuck everyone that you see. While going there to get a degree, you don't necessarily need to drop someone out. My experience, well, we got a lot closer, and that was because I moved to uni, and I moved like kind of close to him. Like before I was living further away from him, and then I moved closer. That obviously helped. And I think the other thing was that obviously I didn't make friends with my flatmates, so I had a lot more time for him. He was the closest person I had at uni, which was nice, because there were many times when I did feel isolated and homesick, like I said before, but I knew I had him and he was close, and so yeah, that was really nice. I don't want to go into too much into it because he's going to watch this video and his ego is going to go, and I don't want that to happen. But my advice really is just be loyal and be honest. If you are feeling like it's not working out, then just tell them. Like, don't go behind their back and get with someone else, because it's just really wrong. Uni does change people, but it doesn't have to be for the worse. It can be for the best. It can mature you and grow you as a person, and you can grow with that person that you want to be with. You really got to be careful with what you do and who you hurt, and that goes for friends as well. Like, I really tried to make sure I kept in contact with my friends from home, and like came and saw them and stuff, and I never like wanted them to feel like I'm moving to London and going to uni and finding new friends and you know, I'm just going to drop you out. The next section is my money advice. How am I giving money advice? I honestly don't know. Like, I spent all my student loan very quickly. I am a shopaholic. Basically, I spend way too much on things that I don't need and things that I don't even want. I got an overdraft because I just thought, just in case, and I think it is a good idea. Just don't get too much because it encourages you to spend like more and more. But yeah, like, it's not that bad. Obviously you get your loan in every like 3 months or whatever, so if you do spend it all, you get your next one anyway. Don't stress about it, you know, we're only young, we're allowed to spend money at this stage. That's my belief anyway. The last section is my general experience in halls, just to sum everything up. I liked the freedom of being in halls, having my own place, having my own space. I'd never had that before and I really liked it. Like, I knew that I could just go home, I had my own space and I could just be me. You know, I didn't have to live by anyone's rules and I did enjoy that. I liked being on campus as well. I think that was nice because I didn't have to travel far or I didn't have to get up really early if I had a lesson at 9. I think my main tip if you are going into halls is to definitely get involved in as much as you can, like societies wise and stuff like that, just to take your mind off anything that you might be feeling sad about. Like, definitely find friends in class as well, because those are the people that you will have a lot more in common with. The people in your halls are just randomly selected, but the people on your course are people that want to do the same thing as you, that have the same interests as you and stuff like that. So definitely try and make friends with them as well. The friends I made on my course are friends for life, and definitely, like, I'll always be friends with those people, so I'm really grateful for that. Try new things, do something that puts you out of your comfort zone, and just stay true to who you are. I think there's kind of like an expectation that when you go to uni you're going to change, but that, like I said before, that change doesn't have to be bad. I feel like I've only changed for the better by going to uni. I've become a lot more confident, I've become a lot more adult, and I've become a lot more aware of everything around me and myself. Uni for me, first year of uni for me has been a really good experience and I have enjoyed it. I would definitely recommend living in halls because you've got way more chance of making friends and stuff and just feeling like more involved and stuff. And also just becoming an adult and getting your own place. It's going to be very expensive by the time you leave uni to buy a place or even to rent a place. So make the most of being able to live away from home now, is what I would say. So yeah, that's the end of this section. I'm going to have another video on uni life and sort of the more workload side of it. I'm going to talk more about what course I did and my tips and that for that, and work and stuff like that. So that's going to be more uni work focused rather than uni halls focused, and that'll be up soon as well. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, and yeah, I will see you in my next video. Like, comment, subscribe and link channels down below. If you've got any more questions, put them in the comment section and I will definitely get back to you. Thank you for watching.